Hi, how nice to see you here. Well, all right, we'll do it. It's the 13th of July. Letters, letters, letters. Letters, letters, letters. What happened to the live stream? I was viewing the replay and boom, it stopped and then said removed. YouTube acting up, new tube channels were gone. Yeah, new channels talk with that were gone. Yeah. It's that old, I don't know, demonetization, okay? I don't know. I published the stream went up, it was green lighted, and then it went yellow lighted, which meant, I don't know, YouTube found some fault with it and decided to demonetize it. And I just said, I don't want to mess with that. If I have a regular video that I post, okay, and it gets demonetized, there's a couple things I can do to see that it gets remonetized, but sometimes just take it down and repost it with whatever you thought the offending thing was missing. I don't know. A stream, you can't really do that. Somebody must have said something in the stream that the mysterious YouTube bot didn't like. It may just have been demonetized for whatever. I don't know. I don't, you know, if that's the thing. If YouTube sent you a letter or an email saying, we have demonetized your video because of a specific reason, then you'd know. But they don't do that. Okay, they just, boop, guess. So I just said, you know what? It's only a couple hundred views. Big whoop. A cruise ship to Haiti? I don't know, man. Well, you know what? A number of cruise ships, we're talking about Steaming Bean on his cruise ship there, going from New York down to the Caribbean. I noticed with Carolina Tony, too, a number of cruise ships do now stop in Haiti. They do have some touristy resorts on the coast. I don't think you go directly into Port-au-Prince and witness the grandeur of Haiti, but they do have stops. I guess you can then say, I've been to Haiti, right? Which your friends are going to go, wow. Yeah, we were recommending some, because there were some cool places to go to in the video this morning. I did a recommendation, 5 different cool channels, and some folks were going to Glacier National Park. And Sally Jean TSM, aka Barbie, writes, Glacier National Park is definitely on my bucket list. And oh, the goats, right? There's that goat farmer there from Oklahoma. Yeah, that's kind of interesting. I've always secretly dreamed of being a goat farmer. I wish you'd show more of Linda from Serene and Simple Life. She's so sweet and a real nomad living in her car, writes Alan's Best. Hey, Alan, send me a link to her channel at camodave@gmx.com. And I'll try. I'm going to make this a regular feature every Saturday to do I'll pick 5 or 6 recommended channels from you guys, and hopefully next weekend we'll do her, okay? Big Fan Dave writes, Mephisto74, what I don't understand about Pandemonium is that her RV is kind of falling apart, and she keeps putting money into it. Yeah, I mean, I can, at least in the last few months, remember she had that big repair that was a couple $1,000s, and she's had a bunch of minor repairs before and after. I mean, if you look at the last 6 months, she's probably had at least 7 or 8 repair situations, some big, some small, some her friends have helped her with, some she's actually gone to a repair place for. Yeah, I don't know, man. It just does seem like that's a money pit. I don't know what her, you know, she did get to sell. I don't know did she ever sell her family's house down there in Myrtle Beach? Did she ever get any money out of that? And then, you know, if she did, maybe she could put some into getting something new. She needs a new vehicle, you know, she really does. I don't know, you know, I think people like her channel enough that maybe she could do a fundraiser and raise some money for it. I don't know, you know. A lot more recommendations. Someone wants me to check out The Harmless Farmer. Remford. Okay, I will. Again, send me a recommendation with the link at camodave@gmx.com so I'll remember it all. Oh, man. Oh, man. Van City is reeling using the focus of pathos to get views. You know what? Yeah, I don't know why I guess he just happened to be at the spot where he, bid farewell to Disco, the bulldog that died back in February. I guess he left bulldog the Disco there at the by the bay or whatever that was, and went out to sea. I don't know, burial at sea, but whatever. I guess it was sad. Yeah, and I don't know. Clickbaity, it didn't really work for me too much, I just have to say. Usually Van City Van Life gets me some views. It didn't work for me this time. I don't know. Maybe people are over that hump a little bit, and I don't know. I like Chrome a lot, but he does seem to have really kind of run into a kind of a now what spot, Speaking of crotchy, Bastille Day is approaching. So what's that mean? That's something about the French jail or something. Yeah, crotchy goes to jail. Element Van Life. How come never know Element Van Life on the Camo Dave show, writes Warren. Well, I did just happen to mention Element Van Life Nate on the show this morning, but I have mentioned him many, many times before. I mean, he had that girlfriend, the one down in New Orleans he broke up with. He was hanging out with Adventure Van Man in Maine a year ago. He just sold he bought a new vehicle. He used to have the Element. Now he's got a Nissan. His trips to Massachusetts, his surfing stuff in California. I mean, I've covered him a lot. He did a whole trip around northern Michigan there a while ago. I don't know. I don't mention him every day, and sometimes a couple weeks go by without me mentioning him, simply because he doesn't always post. He posts once or twice a month usually. So yeah, when he does post, I do talk about him because I do like him. Dave, your radio appeared to be upside down. Well, the camera was upside down. Yeah, I was showing some clips driving around listening to the radio here in the beautiful Athens, Georgia area. Viva la Crotchy. That's right. The big news. Crotchy's got a show on a Paraguayan TV station. Yeah. Yeah, Jeffrey, that guy that shouted me out. Yeah, I didn't count how many times he called you smart. Yeah, well, that's the... We need to have a 10,000 subscriber bash at the Crotchy's Catfish Cafe. Bring your own BYOC. Oh, bring your own catfish. You know what? Yeah, we got some more on that. There are new developments about the Crotchy's Catfish Cafe. We'll announce some new stuff next week, right? Oh, dear. Yeah. Make your own margaritas. Yes. Remember when NBC TV would start with a TV show with a peacock logo and saying this program is being brought to you in living color? Yes. They still have the peacock logo. I mean, in their logo, the traditional peacock. But yeah, they always had, every time they had all the networks used to do that. CBS, ABC, they'd always say, this program is brought to you in living color. That was back in the, the 60s when color was a new thing. And by the 70s, I think they kind of stopped. Although NBC kept doing that. That's right. Yeah, I don't know. The Germ had to put several of his dogs down. Yeah, he goes through a lot. Germ says he has a lot of heartbreak over dogs, and he understands how a lot of YouTubers have the same thing. Wandering Jimmy should call his channel Whining Jimmy. There are a bunch of new peeps on the road that I have really enjoyed because they're so excited to be free. Some of these older channels are getting stale. Maybe it's the heat. I don't know. I do, hey, Wandering Jimmy has his own way of doing things, his own way of seeing things. I do still like his channel a lot. I don't know. He just has kind of a laid-back style and some really good photography and just a chill style about it. I know. Wandering Jimmy and Destination Open Road and Aja Pandemonium, they're the triumvirate. I really enjoy watching. I still really enjoy watching all their channels. I'm a real Camo Dave and Crotchy Freaky fan stalker, right, Shamay? I remember going to the grocery store with my dad with a bag full of vacuum tubes to check them on their tube tester. Yes! Do you remember, are you old enough to remember tube testers? They were at drug stores and grocery stores, and you could take your big tubes in from your TV and your radio. Yeah, oh yeah, and test them and then buy new tubes. Buy new tubes. I need new tubes. There are some people who are veteran radio collectors who really think that the old tube radios have a better fidelity than the newer, transistor, silicon chip ones do, and they used to do that. Radios were more important in the past, and they made them sound better. An old car radio from the 60s with just AM on it had wonderful sound, and then when FM came along, everybody just forgot about AM, and AM radios just sound like crap today, even expensive ones. Yeah, Casey Romans, my passport got destroyed was very funny, right? Okay, everybody wants to bet here whether Carolyn's RV Life will be able to finish the Pacific Crest Trail in 3 months. There are professional hikers that take longer than 3 months to do that northern segment of the PCT. I'm not saying she's not a professional hiker, but we see some really buff people in their 20s. I don't know, man. She's getting to be a bit older, and I don't know. I wish her all the best, and I hope it all works out for her. And I'm just waiting with never-ending anticipation to see her videos. She told us 2 months ago she's going to do it, and then she says she's ready to start tomorrow. And then she says, but you're still going to have to wait another couple weeks for the videos. Well, I guess, she has to find some place to upload them, and some place with Wi-Fi. I don't know, man. I'm looking forward to it. That's all I can say. All right, folks, that ought to do it for Letters today. I'm here in beautiful Athens, Georgia once again, hiking through one of the beautiful pine forests. People ask me, and I didn't mention it in my video yesterday, the channel update, what are my plans now for the rest of the year? I honestly don't know. I love Athens. I would like to stay here for another month or two if I could. I may do some traveling to see friends in North Carolina. I may go back to Northern Virginia for a little while and visit my sister. I may go to Dollywood. I may go back to Atlanta. I could do some touristy stuff over there. Stone Mountain, who knows, some other places. I do want to go to Dragon Con, which is around Labor Day. And then I do have plans. I have some friends who are relocating from the Washington area down to Morganton, North Carolina, which is just to the east of Asheville, kind of in the foothills there. And I am really hyped about hanging out with them and maybe moving in with them. And I would then make that a permanent address and get rid of my storage locker. So hopefully that'll all work out in September or so. We'll see. We're on a bunch of waiting lists for places, so we'll see. And who knows? After that, I do not know. But anyway, so that's what I'm looking at for right now. Yeah, anyway. All right, folks, that ought to do it for Letters for the 13th of July. It's not bad out here today. It's upper 80s, maybe 90. Humidity's not horrible. There's some heavy rain over in New Orleans to the west of here, but so far really dry here in Georgia, so I don't know. But anyway, midsummer. Who'da thunk it, huh? Hey, everybody, thank you so much for watching Vlog Under.